Hello everyone, my name is Anatoly. I'm world record holder of Chase HQ2 and sorry for my English, and before I'm going to speedrun.com and I see my run was deleted, and all of you guys describe it like test run. I'm very disappointed of all of you, and in that video I'm going to show you how I play this game. I think without cut, I don't know how long this video could be, but I'm gonna show you how we need to world record this game. Okay, you can see input of my keyboard. I use W for accelerating, 8 AD the left right, spacebar this is my start button, and right I use this for nitro. Okay, let's start. I'm gonna to start new, absolutely. Restart up my emulator. This is no test, 100% macOS that doesn't have test programs. And this is, you can see timer.
How's it going, guys? Cameron here with Canadian Gamer, coming at you with another video. Just a few things I'd like to talk about today, and before we get started, I'll take a sip of my coffee. It's still early hours of the morning here. Yeah, the whole world has to stop for the Queen, apparently. There's lots going on this weekend. And on Monday, all the federal government workers in Canada get the day off to mourn the Queen's death. Not anyone that works in the public service, only the federal workers. So that means there'll be a lot of people waiting in line at Costco. So, yeah, not much to talk about, to be honest with you, and that's why there hasn't been a lot of content on the channel lately. And I don't know if anybody had noticed this last night, but there was supposed to be a live stream on my channel, and that was supposed to be at 9 p.m. Eastern time, and 9 p.m. came and went, and the stream didn't go live. That's my fault. So a couple of weeks ago, my cohort there, Master System Marceau, he had something come up in his life, and we weren't able to live stream, so we had postponed it. And I think we postponed it again, and then we were supposed to do it last night. And I even reached out to him last night, and I said, hey, are you ready to rock? And he said he was. And, I've been busy. We've talked about it before on the channel. It's just a hobby channel, but I don't think a lot of you people understand. I know some of you do, but, for some of you out there, it's so easy to come home from school or come home from work, and, it's just turnkey lifestyle where you just come in and lie down on the couch or whatever it is. You don't have a lot of responsibilities. But for some of us, that's just not the case. We've got lots of stuff going on. I'm not trying to make excuses, but when you're doing it all yourself, we're talking about things like doing your laundry, grocery shopping, cutting the lawn, vehicle maintenance, other stuff externally outside of YouTube. These things can add up. There's only so many hours in a day, and sometimes it's difficult to get some of these things done at night. Some of these businesses, they're only open 9 to 5 as an example. I know myself, the last couple of months I've been working earlier hours. I've been up at 5:30 every day, and it makes for a long day. When you get home, by the time 5:30 at night rolls around, you've been up for 10 hours, or 12 hours, excuse me, I can't even add. So what was it, last night? It was around 6:30 at night. I'm like, I'm going to lie down for, a half hour, just get a little bit of a cat nap, and then I'll get up shortly after 7 and take care of a few other things around the house, and then get ready for the live stream at 9. So I lay down at 6:30, close my eyes, Next thing you know, I open up my eyes and it's 10:30 at night. What can I say? It's overexhaustion, and if you don't get the proper sleep, this goes for any of you out there, it will catch up with you. And I usually do get the proper sleep to an extent. I am sort of a night owl. I usually stay up late at night, but I usually get pretty good sleep. And then, when I get home from work, I'm able to stay up for several hours, and then I'll usually go to bed around 12:30 at night. So I do apologize for anyone that was, anticipating the live stream last night, but I dropped the ball on that. We've rescheduled again. We'll try it again next Saturday, but it's kind of a blessing in disguise because, let's be honest, there's not really a whole lot to talk about right now. The other thing I want to mention here, I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm using my Pentax mirrorless camera to film today's video. I haven't used this camera in quite a while. I used to use this camera when I first started my YouTube channel, so hopefully it looks all right. Technically speaking, it should take better quality video than maybe not my other camcorder, because that is 4K capable, but when you're running it at 1080p, this should turn out pretty good. I don't know, we'll see. The other thing I want to talk about, I guess this is the last thing, just a short video, and I know this isn't really going to appeal to a lot of you, but a lot of us in the community, or at least several of us, have been participating on the website speedrun.com, and it has been a nice healthy distraction, kind of get us away from the YouTube drama, all the bullshit that goes on throughout this community, this niche community that we're in. And, as we continue to post more, fast laps, times, not even just necessarily racing games. It could be any game. It could be Kid Chameleon, Sonic the Hedgehog. We're submitting speed runs, our best times, trying to get high scores, chase high scores. And speedrun.com is not the only website out there as well. There's Twin Galaxies as well. Those are the two main ones. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, over time, several of us in the community have started to notice a huge trend, and it's nothing new, but maybe it's kind of new to us because we're sort of the new guys on the block. There are a lot of cheaters on these websites. Unfortunately, that's the reality. We would like to think that everybody in this world is an honest human being, but that's just not the case, and that goes through all walks of life. Anytime you're dealing with anything that has to do with competition, there's always going to be cheaters. We've seen it in the world of cycling with Lance Armstrong. We've seen it in the UFC, and we've seen it in all other sports as well. And gaming is no exception. So what happened was, and I know maybe Master System Marceau might take a bit of offense to what I'm about to say. I submitted a speedrun for Chase HQ2 for the Sega Genesis. Now, my time was not that good. I think I beat the game in like 14 minutes. Big deal. And then Alpha Nerd, he submitted a speedrun for like 10 minutes, I think. Maybe 12. Maybe it was 12 minutes. I'm not sure. And Marceau submitted a really good speedrun as well. But the guy who held the number one position, he had a time of like, I don't know what it was. It was like 8 minutes and change. And we're thinking like, how the hell did this guy get a speed run that quick? How is that even possible? And the thing is with Alpha Nerd, say what you want about the guy. He's really good at retro video games in particular. And if there was one guy that was capable of getting, that top time or close to it, you would think it would be him, and it wasn't. So that triggered a few of us to go check out this guy who had the number one spot, check out his speedrun to find out what the hell is going on here. And when you watch his speedrun, when you watch it, the way that the guy's car is maneuvering around the corners and everything about the video, it seemed kind of fucking sketch. There's no audio. You couldn't see the guy's face. There was no commentary, nothing at all. And then you go into the guy's comment section on YouTube, and there's some other person there speaking what appeared to be Russian language, but you could tell they put in the word in their comment, TAS, which is tool assisted speedrun. And that was questionable too. And then we found this guy's video, this Chase HQ #1 speedrun on speedrun.com. We found this guy's video on a Taz.com website forum. Why is this guy's video on a Taz forum? So this was really fucking sketchy. So I didn't report the guy, but the guy's time got reported. I think Master System Marceau may have reported this guy. And needless to say, his speedrun got removed. It got removed. And the guy, you can see his video here. This guy proceeds to post a video, but not on YouTube. He posted it, or maybe he did post it on YouTube. My apologies. And he's on camera now, and he's explaining how he got his world record speedrun. And he's saying he used an emulator on a computer using a keyboard. And he's showing all these weird tools that he's using to run his emulator. So, and this is the problem I have. And this is what I tried to explain to this guy, but he doesn't get it. Try doing whatever it is he did on a CRT using an original 3-button OEM Sega Genesis controller, using real hardware, using the real cart. Okay, it's just not going to happen. You're not going to get an 8-minute speedrun. So I don't know what this guy is doing. I don't understand what he's doing with his emulation, and nor do I really care. But that's the problem with not necessarily emulation in itself, but when you start dabbling in emulation on a computer where you have access to all these other tools that can enhance and change, certain aspects of the game, that's where there's a bit of an asterisk. So it's one thing to take a ROM and run it on an emulator, on a mini console hooked up to a TV. Bit of a gray area, right? You could say fair play to that. And to be honest, for us to have an expectation that, if you're going to submit a speed run, it's not valid unless you have original hardware, that's just not a realistic expectation for a lot of people out there. We're talking about a lot of these games that are extremely expensive, and the only way you could ever, never mind speed running these games, to be able to play them without an emulator or a ROM, it's pretty much damn near impossible, right? Let's be honest here. But like I said, when you start running ROMs, especially MAME ROMs, through emulation on a PC, and you're using a keyboard or you're using some other peripheral, and we can't see your face and we can't hear your voice, and there's no audio, yeah, absolutely, that's fucking sketch. That's questionable. If it were a perfect world, on speedrun.com, the person would have to record their speedrun using an external device like you're seeing now, and maybe have the camera behind their body to an extent, so you can see the original hardware, the controller, and when the person is done getting their speedrun, maybe they could pick up the camera or the recording device and bring it closer to the monitor or the TV so you could see their true time. So that's why maybe Master System Marceau may take offense to this video. I'm not targeting him specifically. I think I know him well enough that he wouldn't try to pull a fast one. So that's the frustrating thing about it when you have someone that uses emulation like him, because he does run an emulator on his computer and he's trying to be honest about it. It's these other little Weasley little snakes in the community that spoil the fun for everyone else, unfortunately. So again, if you're watching this, Marceau, I do apologize for dropping the ball in the live stream last night, but more so, bringing up the discrepancies with running emulation on a computer. I'm not targeting you specifically, but you know what I mean. There'll always be a little bit of an asterisk when you're running an emulator on a PC through a caption card. And this guy who ran Chase HQ and got this world record time, he's complaining, and he's saying in his comment section now on his follow-up video that he got a run under 10 minutes and it's proof and all the rest of it. Again, there's something fucking sketch going on with this guy's run. You can just tell. And these games, especially this game, was meant to be, forget the original hardware, but just using the 3-button controller and that D-pad. Try doing what he's doing on a fucking 3-button controller, okay? Just try it. He won't. So these guys are getting busted but you know, it is kind of ruining the fun for a lot of us out there. That's why, you know, when we're talking about Twin Galaxies and speedrun.com, I find personally there's certain games that I will gravitate towards that I think maybe this is less of an issue. You know, especially Outrun as an example. I know even Outrun 2, which was specifically released on the original Xbox, when you submit your speedrun on the speedrun.com website, I don't know if it was the moderator that put this in, but emulators are banned. So you can't even submit a run unless you're using original hardware. Now, how do they even confirm it's original hardware? I don't know. But that's what I said to MS Marceau because we were kind of arguing about it. He thinks that using a caption card or capturing it internally off of your PC adds validity to the speedrun, but I'm of the opposite mindset. I find that when you're using an external recording device, however cringy that may look, it adds validity and legitimacy to the speedrun because you cannot question it. And had this guy who ran this Chase HQ game done that, then we wouldn't even be having this discussion. There would be no argument. You'd be able to see his TV as long as he showed his controller, and all would be good. But now his speedrun is under question, and he's wondering why. Well, obviously, he's got a fucking ridiculous time that he's received. And he can sit there in front of the camera now and pretend like he's holding a keyboard or whatever in his hand. But for all we know, he's just, you know, playing something that was completed under tasks, and he's just hitting his keyboard as he pretends to play it to make it look legit. We don't know. We will never know because the way he's recording it, it's fucking sketch. So that's it for me. I'm going to cut it off there. Like I said, I've got lots to do today. I got lots going on, but I really wanted to pump this video out. Sort of, like I said, to give back to you guys because I didn't do that live stream last night. But also, this has become a little bit of a hot topic. And, you know, maybe these types of videos won't garner a lot of views on the channel, but I don't really care. I'm just doing this for the fun of it. I'm not going to start... The last thing I'm going to start doing on this channel is start pumping out videos on hot topics just to keep the algorithms going and boosting up my numbers. I really don't care about that. I want to keep it real, and if that means getting, you know, 50 views a video or reducing my output to one video a week, then that's just the way it's going to be, because I'm not going to sit here and be disingenuous, because that wouldn't be true to me, and I might as well just, you know, cancel or close up my YouTube channel at that point. So anyways, that's going to do it for me, guys. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day. Take care.
You know what? I want to hear you apologize about this run and give it back to me on the leaderboard. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.